Howdy my peeps and welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a Copic tutorial on how to color dark to medium tone skin with Copics. I think I already said with Copics, but anyway. This was suggested by Artistik_Brownie over on Instagram, so thank you so much for your suggestion. I really appreciate it. And also, shout out to all of these folks right here. I hope I can put everyone on the screen. Thank you so much for wishing me a happy birthday. I really appreciate it, and that was really sweet of you. Thank you. I'm gonna try to put everyone on the screen. Also, if you like to support me in my art, I'm over on Patreon. You know, if that's something you're interested in, you can get things like early access to videos, shout outs, and monthly wallpaper, which should be up by now, and a monthly speed painting, extra little speed paintings and stuff, you know, if I have those laying around, and just a bunch of other things, you know, like if you want something extra, it's there. Also, shout out to my latest patron. Oh my goodness, Ariyana, thank you so much for becoming a patron. Ariyana is also my friend, and she's also an artist, and I'll put her info in the description. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the topic of today's video, my peeps. This is kind of a continuation of the How to Draw Black People series, and I'm going to put a playlist at the end of that. Also a little playlist of the two other Copic marker tutorials that I've done, so that if you would like to see more stuff on how to do this type of thing, I got you, fam. Anyway, so Copic markers, they are amazing. They're just that's a different video. I already did this video. We're not going to do that. I'm going to put a link to that somewhere. So I'm going to be doing two versions. I'm going to be doing a dark skin character and a medium tone skin character. I don't know if it's just me, or do you sometimes have trouble categorizing skin colors, or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But anyway, I have right here the colors that I use for dark skin. I use E18 for shading, and my main color is E17, and then the blush color that I use is E07. And it's important to note that you wouldn't, darker skinned people, you wouldn't see their blush unless the person's wearing blush, because the melanin just blocks all that, so you can't really see the blush, you can't see them blush. But I like to use blush when I'm coloring with Copics, so I do. And for my medium tone skin, I use E17 for the shadows. My main color is E15, and the blush color that I use is also E07. And of course there are other colors that you can use besides this, and I'll put some of those up on the screen. I do not have the full Copic range, so these are the only colors that I've actually tried. So that's the thing. And of course you can apply these same techniques when using other marker brands, but I'm just using Copics, you know. So I'm going to start with the dark skinned lady here. So I'm going to get those three colors that I mentioned. And what I like to do is I lay down the shade color first and the blush, and then I blend everything with the main color. So I'm going to add the shadows first. This is E18. I just had to make sure I had my sheet under there. Anyway, so I'm just going to add some shading under her chin. I forgot what it was called for a moment. The corners of her mouth, sides of her face, under her nose. You know, just places where I feel like there should be a shadow. And speaking of shadows, I'm casting one. Hold up. That's a little bit better, I think. Anyway, so I'm just gonna keep on adding my shadow color. She also has dimples, so I'm gonna put those in. Whenever I draw dimples, I always draw them crooked, and it's just, I don't know. Also, I think I said this earlier, but I have my little How to Draw Black People series, and I talk about skin. I have a whole video about that. And one of the things I talked about was the difference in color in the lips So for her top lip, I'm going to use that shadow color because the top lip would be a little bit darker than the bottom lip. And the bottom lip, speaking of which, I totally forgot one of my colors. Let me grab that really quick. Okay, so one of the colors that I like to use for the bottom lip is R22, if it'll focus. And I don't think it will, but it's R22, and that's one of the colors I'm going to use for her bottom lip. But anyway, so I'm going to go in with the blush color, which is E07, and I'm just going to add a little bit of it on her nose and on her cheeks. And this is just something I like to do. I also add it on the top of her ear. And then I'm going to go in with my main color, E17, and I'm just going to blend everything. And I'm not going to color her bottom lips though, because I am going to color that with that pink color. And I'm coloring with circular motions here to get everything nice and blended. And I'm just going to go over everything once more to make sure everything's blended. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okie dokie. And now for her lips, I'm just going to outline the bottom of her lip with my main color, and then I'm going to go in with my pink and quickly blend that out. And when you're doing this, you want to be really careful, because if you apply too much of the light color there, it can actually feather out and mess up your drawing. So what you want to do is not do that. You just want to apply enough to blend it. So there's that, and that's it. That is it, my peeps. But I am going to go ahead and color her hair, and whenever I draw black people, I usually just color them with dark brown hair. So, and the colors that I use for that are E49 and E79. E49 is the shadow color, and E79 is the main color. So I'm basically going to do the same thing, apply the shadow color, and then go over everything with the main color. And I don't have a specific way that I color the hair. I just apply the shadows in the dark areas and then just go over it with the main color. And once again, I am using those circular motions, and you can kind of see the texture of those motions, which I think works nice for curly hair. Just a little nugget there. Of course, if you were coloring straight hair, you would want to follow the path of the actual hair, but her hair is curly, so I can draw squigglies and give it some texture. That was my chair, by the way, if you heard that. But anyway, so that's basically how I color dark skin. And now I'm going to basically do the same thing, just with different colors for the medium tone skin. So I'm going to gather those colors up right now. Yeah, I forgot what colors I was going to use, but anyway. So it's E17 as the shadow color, E15 as the main color, and E07 as the blush color. And I'm basically doing the same exact thing. I'm going to apply my shadow color, then my blush color, and then the main color. Oops. Okay, and now I'm going to add the blush color on the cheeks, on the nose, ears, and now quickly I'm going to go in with my main color. I couldn't get the top off. And I'm just going to blend everything in. And then go over some areas again to make sure everything's blended. And that is all. And yes, I do color outside of the lines. It's just, I'm very careful, I guess. And I'm gonna color his hair with the same exact colors that I used for the other character. This is the shade color, by the way. E749. I forgot my marker for a moment there. And then E79 to blend everything. And that, my peeps, is all. That's how you do it. And like I said, you can do the same exact thing with different colors to get different results. And in fact, let me go ahead and just pull out the markers that I used for skin. I keep all of those in the same little pouch, which was given to me by my friend and patron, Turtle Bun Buns. Gave it to me years ago, and I've been using it for my markers, and it's amazing. So these are the other colors that I will typically use, and I'll swatch those for you as well, Steve, so you can get an idea of what they look like. If I can make room. Anyway. Okay. So this one here is E99, aka Baked Clay. And this is what this one looks like. It's very similar to the main color that I used for him over here. It's maybe just the slightest bit yellower, but to me they're pretty similar. And then I have these two colors, which I would use, like I would use this one, E33, as the main color, and then E23 as the shadow color. However, they are really similar, so you wouldn't really be able to notice a difference, I don't think. I'm gonna swatch E23 first. So that's what that one looks like. And next to it, E33. It's just like slightly different. Let me zoom in. My swatches are super small. Hold it. Another color that I use for blush sometimes is E08, and that one looks like this. I'm going to put the other one next to it so you can kind of compare the two. E07 looks like this. It's just maybe the slightest bit redder, but it's not that big of a difference, so like you don't need both of these colors. But yeah, those are just some other colors you can use. I would use this color for like a medium to light skin, dark black person. I don't know why I can't speak to it, but anyway, so that's basically how I color black people with Copic markers. Of course, there are so many different skin tones out there, and black people, we come in so many shades. We literally come in every shade, like literally. But anyway, these are just a couple examples, and I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I hope you liked it. If you would like to support me in my art, you can head over to my Patreon, where you can get things like early access to videos, a monthly speed painting, a monthly wallpaper, which should be up by now. Also, what else? A monthly studio vlog style video. And also shout outs at the end of each video. Speaking of which, shout out to my patrons, Turtle Bun Buns, MW, and my latest patron, the newest patron. Oh my goodness, Ariyana. Thank you so much for being my patrons. I really appreciate you and everything that you do. If you would like to support me, but you're like, Patreon, I don't want this, what is this? You can also head over to my Ko-fi page, or you can follow me on Instagram, or you can subscribe to my channel if you want to. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please enjoy the rest of your day, my peeps.